Yes, sir.
Here's what I'm going to ask of you.
Yes,
I
sir.
have no problem you waiting and hanging out at the church.
Thank you.
Grew up at a Baptist church. That was where I spent most of my childhood, was inside that church.
Okay.
What I will ask you is, if you don't mind, just pull up right there, right in front of the building. That
Okay.
way you're in what I would consider a specified church area. You see what I'm trying
Oh,
to tell
so
you?
so that would be fine over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've already cleared that with him. I explained to him, I said, look, man, I said, it's one thing if you're in a marked unit, because as soon as you saw me, you rolled down the window for me, gave
I
me
could
no
visibly
issues.
see. Yeah.
If he'd have pulled up in a vehicle that said mall security, I don't think there'd have been an issue.
Mm.
But like I said, and I told him the same thing. You got to understand, you got to have some double-sided understanding. Somebody just pulls up to you in a random car, starts honking a horn, hollering. Man, I'm tell you, on the police, somebody does that to me, my awareness is already heightened. You know what
Sure.
I mean?
Sure.
Again, if they'd have pulled up in some sort of marked unit or something like that, or even if he would have gotten out and approached your car,
Mm.
you'd have seen mall staff, mall security on the shirt.
Right.
Changes the game.
Mm.
But because none of that happened, we got to where we are today.
And his attitude did not reflect that of.
Correct. And here's the other downside. Like I said, this mall has fallen on hard times, and so we years ago they used to have uniform mall security, pretty professional staffing, everything like that.
Mm.
They've got these guys out here in their personal vehicles doing patrols because they have no funds. And again, and I'm not giving the guy an excuse, but you know how it goes, man. When you're at work, but it still feels like you ain't getting nothing. Sometimes your attitude changes, things of that nature, and that's my opinion.
Mm.
But like I said, he said he thought he saw the vehicle rocking, thought maybe there was fornication going on or something like that.
Yeah, that's a lie. That's not true. I mean, there are other vehicles parked over there. There are vehicles. I mean, he came straight over here to me, but that was a total lie. Like I said, there's a trend of this harassment going on, and I don't know. I've talked to other officers about it. I don't know how well to detail it. I mean, I have video footage of this stuff going on, but nothing gets done about it, and it happens everywhere that I'm going. It's like it just follows, and I don't
Is it
understand.
mostly in public areas though?
Not even in public areas, even if I'm in a dwelling place, it's just distinct harassment. It's almost as if like, and it's not just happening to me. There are other people that are dealing with this type of harassment, and it's crazy because when you try to explain it, it's like, okay, well, why would someone want to target you? I have no idea. I have not done anything. I'm just trying to survive and live.
Yeah.
But
And,
yeah,
and, and I'm just gonna ask one. I see. Are you living out of your vehicle right now?
I'm up on hard times. Sunday I was going to this place where I may get hired, so I was just trying to like hang out in the area till then so that I could start working. So
100% understand.
okay,
We all fall on hard times. I'm not. I mean, obviously, I'm concerned as a human being, as a fellow Christian.
thank you.
If you're living in your vehicle, um, there's things out there. Like Galveston, they have Salvation Army shelters. They have things of that nature that are out there for you. I can't force you to go to these, and I can just kind of tell you of these. First Baptist Church in Dickinson, or my home church where I grew up, and they're taking in people right now.
Okay.
I believe this church currently is taking in folks and
Okay.
allowing people to sleep, and they have temporary shelter and stuff like that set up.
Okay.
There's been a lot of, there's still a lot of people recovering from Harvey. My mom is still recovering. She took on almost 8 feet of water in the house. So I 100% I do get it. What I will tell you, if most of these interactions are happening, on the roadway or in parking lots or things of that nature, understand that you're allowed to call us as well. Not saying that that you have to call us every single time, but if you feel that there's a need, let us know. We'll come out. We'll do what I just did today. This might seem like a minor investigation, but I came over. I investigated why you're here. I let this gentleman know, and we got to a resolved portion of it, I guess, for the time being. But again, I can't tell you what you got to do. I can only give you the benefit of my 8 years of law enforcement experience and kind of go from there.
Okay.
There's not a lot of officers who approach things the way I do.
Sure.
I do this differently.
Sure.
I think my faith has a lot to do with that. And I think my general understanding that not everything is as peachy keen as the world would like to make it.
Sure.
You know, in Scripture it tells us that God's going to allow His strongest to be attacked.
Mm-hmm.
But He also tells us that He's not ever going to put us through anything we can't handle.
Sure.
So, I mean, I only say that because that has always rang true to me in law enforcement. My brother is a pastor. I ended up in law enforcement. My oldest brother is like a museum director. I mean, he's much older than me. I really don't even know him. But it's crazy to see how the world and opportunities for each individual make different impacts.
Sure.
And you know, what you've been going through might help somebody later down the road. You never know.
Yeah.
And that's, I guess that's slight comfort.
Sure.
Knowing that our individual struggles could later help someone else.
Sure.
So, if you need something, man, give us a holler. Like I said, I would just move directly into that parking lot.
Okay.
And if somebody approaches you again, they want to act silly with you, call us out. If they want to act civil with you and talk with you, I don't think you'll have an issue with that.
Not at all.
But like I said, I can tell you for sure 100% reason we got called out today. One, because he didn't do things as he should. But two, we do have a lot of traffic in this parking lot all nights. When I was on midnights, and I lived in this parking lot.
Okay.
Because it was constantly, we'd have people, there's a little indention back there. We'd have people back there doing dope. We'd have people back there, breaking crap. It was just because this mall was completely decrepit a few years ago, and there was nobody in it. And so this was just like, I wouldn't call it a safe haven for crime, but this is where it was popping out here.
Sure.
So we're trying to clean it up. They're trying to clean it up, and usually we get probably 6 to 10 calls a day on suspicious vehicles out here.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
On an average.
Okay.
On an average. So I wouldn't say that this exact instance, was a singled out thing. Like I said, we get a lot of calls out here, truthfully.
Okay.
And you'll see us patrolling the area. If you need something, you holler. If one of them pulls up on you, they're probably just out here checking to make sure you're okay, or that you're not doing one of those other things.
Sure.
What I mean? So,
Okay.
all right, brother.
Thank
Have a good
you.
one.
Is it Officer Melillo?
Melillo. Super Italian.
Okay. Okay. One question.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a card?
I do.
And also, is there any way you can put in the system and maybe document this, just in case there's other law enforcement that come out?
Every single call that we go on is documented in call notes.
Okay.
Your license plate has been attached to this one.
Okay.
Now the downside to it though is, let's say if we get the same style call at the same location, we can pull that up in call history. If we get this style call at a different location and no license plate is given, there's not really a good way for us to know. Now, if they give a license plate or something like that, what happens is that license plate attaches, hey, on this date it was handled in reference to this. You can go back to that event, check it out, see what it was.
Okay.
So there's a lot of documentation that goes on kind of behind the scenes with technology nowadays. But like I said, most of our officers, especially, I can tell you on my shift, for the most part, we're really cool.
Okay.
Can't really speak on the night shifts anymore. It's a lot of rookies, so they're
Got you.
they're going to be out to really see what's going on. I've been doing this for long enough to know when someone, lack of a better term, BS me.
Sure.
And I know when someone's being straight up and real with me. That's something you develop over time. As a rookie, you're just, hey man, what are you doing out here?
Right.
You don't know better.
Okay.
So, but like I said, if you encounter an officer and you treat it exactly as you did today,
Yes.
don't give them no issues, anything like that. They ask you for ID, just give it to them. Do what you got to do. For the most part, we're really not. We might tell you to move around. We might tell you to go somewhere else. But as of right now, you haven't violated any law.
Okay.
The only thing that could possibly would be intrude on premise, which would be a trespassing type call. But for most of those, you need to be forewarned. Hey, you are not allowed here.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you're told, hey, you are no longer allowed at this location, I'm giving you a criminal trespass warning. What happens is we go back into our computer, we enter that. If you're found back on those locations, locations, whatever, it's a Class B misdemeanor and it ends up county jail time.
Okay.
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 So just kind of giving you heads up, you can go for intrude on premise without a warning if uh, the there's a thing called power of attorney that a lot of businesses turn over to the police department to prevent trespassers or vagrants or solicitors, anything like that. And what that does is that allows us to show up if you're soliciting, for gas money or whatever, because we have a no solicitation law. You can just go for intrude on premise.
Okay.
And it's a Class C simple thing. It's a way to get you off the property. And
Okay.
there's ways around that. Again,
Okay.
that's not always how it goes, but there's sometimes some officers that are just going to take the quick easy route instead
Okay.
of sitting here and trying to talk to somebody.
So at this time, I'm not trespassing or anything like that. You're just instructing me to move closer to the church.
I'm just telling you what I think would be best because I don't know how big the congregation is.
Sure.
So I don't know if all this is being used by them. I can say that because it's right in front of the building, to me that would indicate that's church parking.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yes, sir.
So that's where I would go with it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.